Our case
moment for all has this scene with my studio.
Can you hear me? It's Miguel. I saw your papa. Remember? Papa? Please. If you forget him, he'll be gone. Forever.
Hi, my name is Anthony Gonzales, and I did the voice of Miguel in Disney Pixar's Coco, and this is Pixar Scenes Explained. So the first time I auditioned for Coco was when I was 9 years old, and I actually auditioned for something called scratch voice, which is like a temporary voice for the character.
Music is like the only thing worth living for, or being dead for in your case.
Finally, when I was 11 years old, at the end of the session, Lee, the director, said that they had a Christmas present for me, and they brought it in. It was a beautiful present that was wrapped, and I opened it, and it was this wonderful piece of artwork that said, "You got the part." It was just probably the best moment of my life. My mom was there with me as well, bawling her eyes out, just crying. It was such a happy moment for all of us. Then I exited the studio, and then the whole Pixar team that was working on Coco, so many people standing outside the studio just clapping, and such an unforgettable experience. I just felt so happy and honored to be part of such an amazing team.
Go home.
I promise, I won't let Coco forget you.
In this scene, Miguel has just come back from the land of the dead, and in order for him to save Hector from being forgotten, he needs Mama Coco to remember him. Whenever there was a scene where Miguel was jumping or running, when he was breathing heavily a lot, before that scene, I would just start running in place.
There he is!
Miguel!
This scene specifically was probably one of the most emotional scenes I had to do. But thankfully, I had Lee there, and he was just so great at describing what was going on in this scene and how Miguel was feeling. And I just had to take some time to put myself in his shoes and find out what are his emotions. I wasn't able to see the animation while I was recording. After I had finished, we watched it all in drawings for the first time. And it was so amazing. We even cried to that.
Mama Coco, your papa, he wanted you to have this.
Mama, wait.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye.
When Miguel is singing Remember Me to Mama Coco, I could relate so much with the song because it brought back so many of my childhood memories with my grandfather who passed away when I was young.
For even if I'm far away, I hold
Some of my favorite lines are, "For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart." Even though I'm in a faraway place from my grandfather, I still hold him very deeply in my heart, and that was the same for Miguel. I knew that this scene was going to be very difficult for me. The first time in my life where I was singing and crying at the same time in the studio, it was just so hard for me to contain my emotions. Not only was I crying, but my mom was crying. There was other people in the studio crying. Yeah, it was such a beautiful experience. Family is really important for me, and I wouldn't be where I am without them. And for Miguel as well, family is very important for him. This is probably the first time where his family doesn't get upset or mad at him for being a musician, and this is where they finally begin to accept him, who he is, when he can finally begin to share his passion for music with the world and not hide it anymore.
Elena, what's wrong, Mika? Nothing, Mama. Nothing at all.
I just felt so attached to the character, especially because, I went through this journey with him. Just to get to this point, I couldn't help but feel all the emotions that he was feeling. I couldn't have asked for a better character to voice. Thanks for watching Pixar Scenes Explained. Coco is now streaming on Disney+. Hey, and make sure to remember me.